Hey guys, this is the Libra, kind of like end of September, October reading. I'm pretty much the way I'm trying to do them right now is I want to do like a soul reading that is more for like soul growth, your soul journey basically. And then I'm gonna try to do another one right after it where it's for just literally like soulmate type energy. Somebody brought up a good point. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with singles. I may, while I'm doing the soulmate ones, start to do like soulmate and then maybe a couple cards for singles. I don't know. I'm going to see how that resonates with me. But either way, I'm going to, for right now, I'll be trying to do for each sign a soul journey reading and then a soulmate reading. So I may sometimes bring up a little bit about soulmates in this if it applies, but very quickly, the other one, you can go look at the soulmate reading and see if it's there if you want, because I really want to focus on like soul journey things too right now, because I feel like it's really important in this time. So this is for Libra. I'm not sure if I said that. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have significant Libra in your chart, or if it just resonates with you. Also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any significant placement in your charts of any of my other videos that I do, or if you're just drawn to the video. This energy could literally flip-flop. You know, it could be reading for you, it's for someone else that you're associated to. I could read it as one thing, it could apply to a different area in your life. Just apply it as necessary. Some, none, or all of it may apply. Don't make it fit if it doesn't fit. It's a general reading. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell. Especially subscribe and like the video. You may want to hit the bell too, because I do different types of videos, so then that way it would notify you of my different types of videos. Also from this moment on, I know I've said it, but I'm actually going to do it this time. Starting with, I started this cycle with my Taurus. The most likes, those are the order that I'm going to go into. Unless somebody just like way blows it out of the park with like a comment or something, but otherwise it'll be the order of the most likes. But I like comments too. I like when people like kind of comment, support each other, let me know what they think, how it resonates for them. It also puts your energy in, so I pick up on your energy more. Is that it? Don't look for a September reading. There's not one for Libra. I'm not sure if there's an August. There's probably an August, but you know, I skipped it for various reasons, certain things I had to deal with and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm getting started. In the July reading, so I'm gonna try not to make this, you know, about a soulmate type thing. I'm gonna go with what's behind what I feel what's going on here as far as the soul lesson. But the same two characters that came up in your July reading are here. So apparently I'm tapping back into that energy again. You have somebody who's representing the King of Wands. Could be Leo. Aries, Sagittarius. And then you also have somebody who's coming up as the Emperor. So it could be an Aries, or it could just be any sign, but just somebody who's holding that energy. That's what I find most of the time it is. Somebody who's holding that energy. Let's just get started. In your core position, you have the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups reversed. And you have the Ten of Wands. So I'm getting the vibe that you are... I don't know if you're the one being manipulative or somebody else, but there is somebody who is either not offering love or they are manipulative in love, at love, controlling love, emotions, whatever. And I'm just going to read this as you, and you can flip-flop it if you need to, just to make it easier. And you're done with it. You're ready to either transform it or be done with it. Basically, rise up. So I have two ways that this could go, because I feel like with the way you're feeling, some of you are wanting to kind of branch out on your own. Like you have a stick, you have a foot. You're wanting to branch out on your own and get a level of independence and strong footing. I don't think this is for very many, or you haven't reached this level yet, because this is what's crossing you, is the Nine of Pentacles, which is literally like these two cards. Branching out on your own for a level of independence and stability, getting your own footing for you to grow and flourish and learn, become independent. This is what's crossing you, is you doing this. I guess I'll just go through, and then I'm going to tell you what I think. In your foundation, or your more distant past, you have the Three of Swords. Sorrow. A lot of heartbreaking stuff. Mentally, emotionally. In your more recent past, and you might have even found like you were like drowning. In your more recent past, you have the Queen of Swords. So really thinking about things, like maybe starting to realize this isn't working or going to work in not for much longer. Like it's reaching the end of this cycle. What am I going to do? So because you realized you have to start to get to that point and realize what you're going to do, what you're going to cut away, what's working, what's not working. Now on your mind, you have the Prince of Pentacles. So you're really starting to think about, you're trying to think about things like logically now. And practical of what you can actually do and what you're going to do. But you are taking your time on thinking about it, because you want to make sure that it has a stable and strong footing. In your likely future, you have the Six of Swords. So ascension, moving forward. It could be you leaving whatever situation. How you view yourself is the Four of Cups. So you're withdrawing, you are not content with the current situation. You're like focusing on your own little 3 cups, but you're not even really focusing on those. what's in your environment or how others see you is you have the High Priestess, so they could see you as being kind of quiet and secretive, withdrawn, you know, exactly like this Four of Cups. But this could also be in your environment, like your intuition or your higher self trying to guide you in this situation. This could be the Virgo energy, even though by the time this is October, it won't be the Virgo energy. But something's trying to help you. I think it's both. I think there's the energy that's trying to guide you as far as either your higher self or like your intuition or guides or whatever. But at the same time, I think other people are also seeing you this way. Like they're also knowing like you're pulling away. Like you're acting different. Like what is she doing? Maybe they feel like you're about to leave. I don't know, but they feel like maybe they even think you have something up your sleeve. Like something's different. You have secrets. You're trying to figure something out. That you have secrets. Maybe even you're being like sneaky or just different. You're acting different. You're strategizing. In your hopes and fears, you have the Ace of Swords. Realization. You're hoping to figure something out. Also be victorious, but to figure something out. In your likely outcome, you have the Emperor. Which is looking the opposite way than all of this. And clarifying that is the Devil and the Seven of Cups reversed. So you seeing clearly that something is toxic. And that this gains you a level of control and structure. And this could be you as the Emperor energy. Or you've had the Emperor energy around you. Somebody that was a little bit more structured, firm, not so quite talkative, you know. Kind of like a initiative, get stuff done energy, but can be kind of like go, 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 firm, not totally warmth or whatever, but depending on how they are, considering the fact that, you know, the Devil card's there, I'm going to guess that it might be the more negative sides of the Emperor, so a little bit more controlling, too structured, my way or the highway. On the bottom of the deck energy, you have the King of Wands. So again, this could be you, fiery and passionate, you know. This could be an Aries energy. The Emperor is an Aries. So maybe this could be you, that now you're passionate and know exactly what you're going to do. And you go and take this new leap of faith. You know what direction you're going to create balance and stability for yourself. Because on this, to clarify, this King of Wands, again, is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, don't forget, what's on your mind and in the crowning position is the Knight of Pentacles. So that could be you slowly getting to a point of knowing what direction you're going, what you're going to create, what you're going to do. And I get a lot of people with this vibe, is that it is between two people. Between an Emperor and a King of Wands. And I don't want to go too much on the soulmate part in this, but on the bottom of another deck, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and you have the Emperor, and you have the King of Wands, and you have the Three of Pentacles, and the World, You have the High Priestess, the Two of Swords, the Hermit, the Ten of Swords. Like, so many things about ending cycles and walking away. Like, it just keeps going and going. Because it's like you walk away to the Star, Two of Cups, the Lovers. Or that's what you're leaving from. Nine of Pentacles, the Empress. I think that for a large part of you, you're walking away from the Emperor, or who has been the Emperor in your life, and you are choosing to finally walk towards the King of Wands. The situation with the Emperor is probably done. Like, you see clearly about that devil codependent energy. The thing you're missing is that you are not seeing something, and that something is within yourself. You guys are not self-reflecting. You are continuing a pattern, I feel, or you have a high likelihood of it, to where you are going to get some type of divine intervention, and they are usually way more rough and they hurt more if you don't wake up to see this pattern. I'm not saying whether or not this King of Wands is good or bad for you. They could be divinely guided to you, either as a soulmate for your future, or literally could be worse than the Emperor to wake you up. Or this could have been someone you could have worked with, but because you're not seeing your patterns, you are part of the creation with the Emperor. Like, you guys have to know that. If that Devil card, if you have, and I feel like this has been a long-standing situation for a lot of you guys. So know that you're not going to be with somebody with a devil energy that long, and it only applies to them. That doesn't happen. That like attracts like. There is some common frequency going on. That they're just showing their codependency in a different way. It's a complementary thing. So it's going to be the same but different. And I get the vibe that either completely, or especially if you don't wake up to your patterns, you're going to create the same energy with this King of Wands, which is what I said in my July video too, and there's a lot of things that support that. You very much are being guided to go within. It's like pretty much a necessity at this point. Because I get this vibe like you are a walking Seven of Swords. I'm not saying in any way that something's wrong with you, or that, whatever, you're being deceitful or whatever. And that's not even to say that you haven't been through a lot of stuff. Possibly. I don't know. Every situation is going to be different. What I am saying is that there's a huge level of self-deceit going on here. That you are going to carry on these patterns either for the rest of your life, or the universe is going to come in and do you a really hard, tough love favor. As amazingly beautiful as they are, I don't recommend it that way. Sometimes it has to be, though. It is what it is. But I don't recommend it. It's not the preferred method. But something here is done. Like pitchfork. There's other meanings for this, but what I hear is stick a fork in it, it's done. And I don't think that this is just this emperor thing going on here. This is this cycle. This is like a soul cycle that's going on. Some of your oracle cards are, you have painting the roses red, covering up errors. No need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. Investigate. Look closely. Ask questions. Think before acting. And at the bottom of the deck, you have wake up. It's your moment. So what I really get from this is a huge thing of victim mentality, of not feeling strong enough, but walking on eggshells. Like in this situation, you probably feel like you've been walking on eggshells for a long time. Constantly like either needing to cover your tracks, maybe either with this King of Wands, or just because nothing you ever say or do is good enough, or things are just hugely blown out of proportion with this this emperor, like hugely blows things out of proportion. And you kind of been like beat down a bunch of notches, knocked down some notches. And it's telling you like to remember who you are, like all that's in your head, whether that person makes you think that or not, that's not who or what you are. Like you need to wake up to this. Like this is a pivotal moment for you in your life. This wake up, it's your moment. This is a pivotal moment for you to realize what is going on here. This cycle, to see this cycle. And to do something different about you. The heat is on. The attention is on you. What are you going to do? You have investigate, look closely, ask questions, think before acting. To clarify that, you have the coffin, which is like a death card. You have the sun, which is Leo. So it might also be a Leo, which there's a lot of Leo vibes too you guys have. Because you had, in this other deck, you had the sun and the strength right by each other. And then you have the bear. So this is putting an end to a cycle and seeing the strength and finally standing up for yourself and being stronger, seeing your own issues too. Like, and you can't just all of a sudden be strong. Like, you got to realize your own things that allowed you to go where you were. But this is also saying, like, yes, this is a good thing for you to end this cycle with this emperor. It will make you stronger and healthier. But it's also saying before you act and make a decision, or before you decide just to like maybe go and bunk up or just transition or shift all of this over to this King of Wands fella, you may want to look at yourself and your habits and your cycles and the things you need to grow on. And I'm not saying to stay with the emperor. That's not what I'm saying. He's the same situation. what is truly at hand here is the Nine of Pentacles energy. To go off on your own independently and gain your own independence and strong footing. To grow and flourish on your own so that you can then meet, you know, the your match on a good frequency footing. Because whatever this family situation, it looks to me like it's done. You could even be in a situation where, like, every time you start to get better and, like, shine and show improvement, you kind of get knocked back down to size. I hope you know what I mean by that. Like, someone puts you back in your place. Any growth, any good things that you start to move forward or shine or get healthier or whatever, it gets stripped away from you, which is why you might have been walking on eggshells for a while and in a higher level of fear. I don't know what their tactics were to do that, so I don't know what level they were. So it was either whatever they did to do that, or it was just, it hurt. So you had to constantly hide who you were or walk on eggshells. And I think that the universe or something, should I say, gave you a different variable in your life to help change the way you see things. And I feel like that variable may well be this King of Wands. Because I think you were so stuck. And this was to help you concoct a different plan and a different way of action. To put an end to something and allow something else to grow. And so that you can escape and evolve and grow. I remember in your July video that, you know, it was about like you or somebody just like leaving in the middle of the dark or while the person was away not saying anything. And I think that's kind of shown here too, because like you just like escape, maybe even with your kids or with whatever is highly valuable, and that's all that you could take at the time. And this probably causes a lot of conflict, or you are trying to avoid. You did this because of what it would cause. I don't know if you all of a sudden act a different way and stand up for yourself with this person, or if you had to get away because on one hand he or she comes across one way and as really nice and caring, almost like two completely different people. Like 1 minute they could be one way, and the next minute they're a completely different way. So you don't know how they're going to react, which is also, again, why you're probably like walking on eggshells. Hopefully these two people, if there are two, they're not getting in fights or going at each other. Yeah, I just keep getting the vibe like somebody switching on you. Almost like a sleeping with the enemy vibe, or a traitor in your midst, you know. Like somebody not being what they seem. The thing is, though, is I'm not sure if this is just this Emperor or if this is also this King of Wands. I definitely think it's for the Emperor as well. But something about it makes me think it's for the King of Wands too. Especially with the Leo vibe, and there's like lions all over this. So here's the card making me see like whenever you stand out, like this tree is different than all the other trees. It has a nice canopy on top. None of these trees do. They're kind of jealous of it. And this person's like cutting all the growth down, all the good part of it down. Here's being handed something different than everything else. This is the whole family, what you've been playing with, being handed something different. Concocting something new. The Magician. It's kind of like a magician vibe, having all the tools to create something new, to create an ending, to flourish. I won't show you all those. And then here's you. It could be someone else, somebody getting away. But it's like they're sneaking from one house. Here's the trail. And they're sneaking to this house, like right next door. So it's not that far away. It's still in the same neighborhood. But yet it looks different. And it, like, here's this. So here's like a devil. It's got wings, kind of like an angel. I guess they are like fallen angels, but and all these lions going at it. 2 + 1 is 3. So I don't know if the two other parties are going at it together, going against each other, or if this is just all three of you guys. If this King of Wands also is not who they claim to be. If you're going from one mess to another because you're not seeing the patterns, because if you haven't healed this frequency within yourself, just like this king or Emperor has it, like you're going to be attracting it in this King of Wands. It's not to say that it's a no-go, it's a bad thing or whatever, but you could literally take something good and make it bad. this just isn't going to be good for you. You're going to fall apart. This is like, I'm going to read this female as you. Female upside down. House. Ship, stability. I do think you're leaving. Like, it's a good thing to leave to get to a stronger foundation. This ship is going into rough waters. And outside this house, there's... Someone could be watching you, but there's like a little devil guy. I don't know. This could be this new guy you're with if you are going to a King of Wands. It could be him kind of getting into it, the Emperor, if the Emperor is stalking you. This is karmic. This is a very big karmic lesson. To see things properly, what love, loyalty, and all that really looks like. What do you really want out of a relationship and marriage? I just don't get a good vibe from it. Again, I'm not saying it can't possibly in the future or whatever. You need to get a strong footing. I don't think you should go from one to the other for any of you who are doing this. I don't want to make this a soulmate thing. Like, you need to go within and look within. Like, seriously. You have prison. Like, look at this. I don't know if this guy has money. Like, if that's why you thought you'd be able to get out. He's like, oh, we'll financially support you, or we'll be able to do it together. But you've got prison. You've got rich, good gentlemen. And then you've got, like, the tower, where she's like, look at her. She's stuck away. Either way, you're stuck away, right? Whoever maybe has more money, or you have the bear. Again, you have the sun, which is a Leo, and then you have theft. It's almost like a damsel in distress and a hero vibe between the two. Like, one of them is more solid within, but is putting out a, like, I need help front on the outside. And the other one is like, I got you, but they're all, like, not complete on the inside. Not what they're representing. So one is not fully representing properly on the outside, and they're, like, not as bad as they come out on the inside. A little bit of a victim mentality. And the other one is coming out, and I get this is the Leo vibe. Or this King of Wands vibe. Strong, I got you. But not what they're claiming to be on the inside. Exactly like this card shows. For both, the Emperor and the King of Wands. I think that this prison vibe is you. The rich, good gentleman, even though you might be a girl or whatever. Like a victim type thing. I'm not trying to minimize whatever you're going through, but what I'm saying is that most of this is in your own patterns in your head, and you're attracting it to yourself, is what I'm trying to say. You're not looking within. Like, you are not looking. You are not self-reflecting. You're not looking at yourself. I really think you've decided. Fork in the road, reversed, serendipity, like you know what way you're going. And some part of this situation, I do think, is being brought to you to help guide you out of some other situation. So maybe this King of Wands comes in to help get you away from the Emperor, and I don't know, maybe it'll be able to strong enough to get away from, maybe it'll be easier to get away from the King of Wands than it will the Emperor. You know, I don't know, who am I to say? Maybe he's not as hard to get away from. Maybe that Emperor really, you know, he's really got some claws. This is about things happening you have no control over, just go with the flow of it. These are things that are building you and clearing out old ways. So, I don't know. Whatever way, if you've got to do it with this King of Wands, it's not up to me to judge. Soul-wise, you need to work. You absolutely need to work on yourself. You need to start self-reflecting. You need to see why you're attracting this to you and these frequencies. Because this King of Wands is not going to come out much different than that Emperor. I will say, and this is not a right way to look at things, but I'm just going to say it because it came up. Maybe there is a benefit to the King of Wands being able to help get you away from the Emperor, because the King of Wands will be easier to walk away from than the Emperor. I'm not saying that in a supportive way, but it is possible, because he might literally be there to fend you off from the Emperor too. Like the Emperor may stalk you for a little bit, or maybe not straight up stalk you, but you know, it's gonna be a minute. You know, he's not gonna let you go lightly. That is kind of what came up. That might actually be a benefit to it. I don't know if that's what you were thinking or planning. I do think that this King of Wands is not going to be exactly what he comes across as. Maybe he will as he grows up. Maybe as you learn yourself, you guys can grow together. Maybe. I get more of it's more exciting and damsel in distress vibe. Knight on a white horse vibe. Which, hey, like I said, who am I to judge? Maybe that might help you get away from the Emperor. Money-wise and or manpower-wise. And I'm not going to down that because I don't know your situation. Is it ideal? Would I guide somebody to that? No. But, like I said, I don't know your situation, and I don't know. Maybe you're logically calculating this out, like the air sign that you are. I don't know. I hope if you are doing this, you're doing this for your protection and not to like strategize or manipulate somebody for your own tactics. I think most of you are doing this to protect yourself and maybe your kids too, but there may be a small percentage of you that you are literally something with your perception is off or bored or needing a different type of opportunity or something. And you conveniently enough are able to utilize this King of Wands to change your situation. I don't know. Apply it to your situation as necessary. But something on your end is not being seen here. And there is a huge, like, cycle. Like, you need to start to learn how to do this on your own. Whether you truly are, like, you know, you need help and people have been keeping you down your whole life that started with your childhood, or you're literally, like, manipulating men around you for your own opportunities in life or whatever. If you are, you need, that needs to stop. Again, I don't want to say this in a judgmental way, but that's something that longevity-wise is not going to work out for you, and it's really going to suck, especially with the way a lot of the frequencies are going on this planet. I recommend changing that now, but I don't think most of you are in that boat. I think most of you are literally in a situation where you were in a codependent situation and you were in, like, you know, you had to walk on eggshells and stuff like that. But you have to understand you were equally as much in that too, and you were equally as much of a player and a part of it. So again, you could still have the victim mentality about it, whether you're knowingly manipulating the situation or whether you're mostly being manipulated. But even somebody who's being manipulated is still somewhat knowing, but also unknowingly manipulating the situation because they're not being their true self. Anytime you have an ulterior motive or you're trying to get something, you are manipulating a situation. Manipulation's not always bad. So I do think you're being guided to really change a cycle here. You have nothingness, which is the Hierophant card. Well, I'm not sure why in this, but this could be a clean slate. It could be you in the dark. And this could be you being illuminated to these own patterns within yourself. This is the Devil card. Source. You know, this is the King of Wands. And I think this is the Ace of Wands. And again, this Devil card, someone not being who they show themselves to be. They're wrapped in sheep's clothing, a lion wrapped in sheep's clothing. Next to the King of Wands. So, I mean, there is a chance this Emperor and King of Wands could be the same person. Again, I'm making this more about a soulmate than it should be, but Like, I think this is saying, with this being all black, like, you're in the dark about all of this. Not only about who you're already with, you see more of that. You see the Devil card, and there's the Seven of Cups reversed. So you see that. You don't see what you're walking into, though. And this person could possibly change things for you. I don't know, but this might literally be somebody who's been sent here to wake you up. Knight on a white horse. Or they literally are sent to help you, but you got to realize some of your patterns. You don't want to do anything to this connection. I'll continue looking into these and the soulmate thing. Hopefully they pop up. I think I'm going to leave it here. I think your guys' biggest thing is this cycle that you guys aren't seeing. I do think you're about to walk into a whole nother cycle, or maybe your actions could change this if it is something good for you, but there's a huge thing, not only within yourself, but whatever you're attracted to. You're thinking this Devil card vibe is just to your partner, and you're not realizing it's also associated to you. The vibration is also attached to you. You are in the same vibration. And that doesn't mean you're going to stay there. You know, you may need to heal before moving on to this King of Wands, but I just really get this vibe like it not being represented. Maybe they have to grow too. Maybe you grow together. I don't know. But that's one of those things. Healing in time will tell. Hey guys. I forgot. I wanted to add this real quick because I was doing it in the end of my soul journey readings. And I did it for Taurus. So I want to do it for you guys. I wanted to pull you an animal spirit medicine card. You guys got skunk. I thought it really applied. So, the little poem thing is, skunk, tell me the story so I know it well of how to attract and how to repel. And theirs is about reputation. So skunk medicine, I'm going to read it to you. Go ahead and laugh. This furry little animal has a reputation that contains a great deal of power. Due to its distinctive behavior, humans give this tiny, smelly creature a wide berth. B-E-R-T-H. I don't know. The word here is respect. Unlike other predatory animals, skunk does not threaten your life, but threatens your senses. You know this to be true if you have ever been in the vicinity of its spray. In observing the habit patterns of skunk, it is easy to notice the playfulness and nonchalance of its natural behavior. The I dare you attitude of this four-legged creature commands you, as the observer, to respect its space by mere reputation alone. Skunk is teaching you that by walking your talk and by respecting yourself, you will create a position of strength and honored reputation. The carriage of your body relates to others what you believe about yourself. There is no need to bully, aggravate, torment, or overpower other beings when your sense of self is intact. As with skunk, the resonant field of energy around your body is relayed through the senses. Self-esteem permeates the body's energy and is instantly recognized on an extrasensory level by others. Learn to assert without ego what you are. Respect follows. Your self-respectful attitude will repel those who are not of like mind and yet will attract those who choose the same pathway. As the odor of skunk attracts others of its kind, it repels those who will not respect its space. Skunk medicine people have the ability to attract others and are very charismatic. At the same time, the other side of their natural power is to repel those who seek to take energy from them without recycling the gifts they have taken. Skunk medicine people also know how to use the energy flows that will attract a lover. Some people call this sexual magic, as it is akin to the musk scent that animals excrete to attract a mate. It can be dangerous to leak sexual energy if you are not looking for a mate. It puts you into a game's condition that may feed your ego, but not how others feel about you. If you are attracting others who have an interest in you, you are in a sense saying, I'm available. This can cause hard feelings when the truth comes out. It also leaks energy that you could have used in a more constructive way. In skunk medicine, it is good to learn how to handle energy flows. Modern psychologists call this body language. In tribal teachings, this is your personal medicine which you are showing to others. Use your medicine well and know that you are known by your reputation. How you use your energy will attract either honor or disgrace. You may want to examine what energy you are putting out that creates your present situation. If you have chosen this symbol, you are being asked to notice the kinds of people who are attracted to you. If they emulate favorable characteristics, have enough self-esteem to recognize those characteristics within yourself. Walk tall and be proud of the accomplishments you have made. Bear in mind that what you believe about yourself is your ultimate protection. Project self-respect. So, don't minimize yourself anymore. You know, be who you are, and that will attract others like you, but you have a lot of self-worth. Like I said, I think there was something I was hitting on. For one, that devil vibe is also going to be within you. It's not just going to be in that other person. But like I said, there's something there I got about some vibe that some of you are emulating. And you are attracting almost like needing to be saved vibe. But really, I'm not saying it's not bad, but it's like you're a damsel in distress calling in a knight on a white horse. And then it's like I feel like you called somebody in who they're projecting one thing, but that's not really what's going on inside. Whether it's like their feelings for you, whether you may know that, you may just manipulate that, like I said, to help you get away from the emperor. I don't know, but something about what you're doing is keeping you in this pattern and keeping it going. And even whether you're aware of it or not aware of it, it's going to end up biting you and it just really punching you in the face at some point or another. So please, I highly advise you really start to look into this, whether you're doing it consciously or unconsciously, no matter what side of the coin of this that you're on, or whether you're strategizing this or just it's happening and you don't know how to get away from it. I think you get what I'm saying. So I don't know. I'm just going to end this here. You know, no judgment either way, but just start taking a look at yourself and why you're doing things, because it is going to end up coming to get you if you don't. So in some way or another, it's not going to work forever. So just, you may want to utilize all these energies now in your favor. So I love you guys. I hope this helps you. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell at the very least. Subscribe and like, especially hit the bell. But I hope this helps you. Take whatever associates. Don't get offended. Like, no, I don't do that. I get hurt. If it wasn't you, it wasn't you. This doesn't apply at all. Don't let it, then, okay, you know, it's not. Check out my soulmate one. Maybe that does. But if you are really someone here who's trying to get out of something, then that's you. If you're the other one, you know, no hate and no judgment. It just is what it is. You know, I don't want things to come and slam me in the future. But just please don't blindly walk forward. This is really telling you to take a look. That was literally what one of your cards said. Look at things before you make an action. Stop blindly walking forward, because you're about to literally walk into the lion's den again. Okay? I just really feel that. And again, I'm not saying I don't ever wipe out people's chances, because I don't know what can hold. People can always change, but that always depends on you of giving it its best chance. And if that doesn't work, then it was never going to work and you bypassed a lot of stuff. But the way I feel like you're possibly going about things, no matter what end you're coming at this from, it's not good. The cycle is going to slap you in the face. So I love you. I'm still updating my description box, but if you have any questions, comments, info about readings or any other services I provide, you can either leave a comment or my email is in the description box below. Also, any of my PayPal information is in the box below in case you guys need any of that. But yeah, I mean, hit me up. Let me know if this resonates with you guys. I really hope it helps. I'll see you guys soon. Check out my soulmate reading and see if that applies for you too, or your sun, moon, rising, Venus, anything else that applies. Any of that. I'll see you guys. I love you. Bye.